The Middle Belt is fighting back. I repeat, the Middle Belt is fighting back. They say we don't want to join any coalition with the Fulani. We don't want to join any coalition with El-Rufai, Atiku, and Malami. Any coalition that has El-Rufai, Atiku, and Malami in it, we would not vote for that coalition. Now, a message is being sent to Peter Obi of the Obedient Movement or Labour Party that if you are going to join any coalition, make sure it doesn't have to do with Atiku, El-Rufai, and Malami. We know the history of Fulani in the Middle Belt part of Nigeria. Hundreds of years ago, the killings, the destruction of properties, mothers, fathers, uncles, aunties, cousins being killed by the Fulani. And there's one particular governor in Kaduna State that threatened Southern Kaduna, committed a lot of atrocities in Southern Kaduna. That person is El-Rufai, and he seems to be part of the coalition that would involve a Peter Obi. So Peter Obi is being asked not to party or pally with El-Rufai. But the problem here is that we need a coalition to at least stand against APC. We need a coalition. Without any coalition, there's no political party that can stand up to APC 2027. So it is important that there's a coalition. But it seems Peter Obi and the Obedient Movement, that they are between the devil and the deep blue sea, because you need the Middle Belt vote in that northern Nigeria. APC has no mandate as we speak. But any wrong calculation, the Middle Belt is saying that we are going to vote for the APC. Any wrong calculation. Obedient Movement, they are trying to convince the Middle Belters that this is the reasons why we need to join a coalition with Atiku, El-Rufai, and Malami, so that we can get votes from northern Nigeria, from the core part of the north. These guys are popular. There are 3, 4, 5 persons that have cult following in Nigeria. We have the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Baptist from the southwest. Yes, mainly from the southwest. We have Peter Obi, Obedient Movement, cuts across. Obedient Movement looks like a cult followership for Peter Obi. We have Buhari, the Buharists, a cult followership, say Baba. We have Atiku and El-Rufai. So looking at the calculations, we have a Tinubu who has political power. The instrumentation of power is in the hands of Tinubu, using INEC, judiciary, the police, and what have you. Now we have a coalition. Popularity is put into consideration here. Peter Obi is popular with the Obedient Movement, cuts across every part of Nigeria, which Middle Belt played a major stake. At least Middle Belt gave Peter Obi 1 to 2 million votes during the last election. So you cannot jettison that vote. And those votes are still intact, unlike the ones we have in the southwest. So Peter Obi and the Obedient Movement, they are between the devil and the deep blue sea. How are they going to do it? Because a lot of atrocities have been committed by the Fulani. And who are the representatives of the Fulani in the eyes of the Middle Belt? El-Rufai did here, Atiku did here, Malami did here. Threatening people's fathers and mothers and kill them for nothing. So now, political calculation. What is likely to happen? But before I say what is likely to happen, this is what is being said. We know of a Rotimi Amechi. We know of a Malami. We know of an El-Rufai. We know of an Atiku. These people have clout. Rotimi Amechi have a particular clout in the southern part of Nigeria. You see, when you look at the coalition, you must bring major players from different geopolitical zones. That is how the politics in Nigeria has been played. You see what Tinubu has done in the past, collapsing the structure, the correct structure. Every governor must endorse Tinubu in the southern part of Nigeria. So he is using that to his advantage. So the south, the 3 geopolitical zones seems to align. When we talk about the structures of criminality, whatever, the south aligns. The southeast is struggling, but the southwest, I think, have aligned with Tinubu. So you need a representative in each geopolitical zones. At least we have 6 geopolitical zones. Be popular in 3 or 4 of them. Yes. So this is what the coalition wants to do. But it comes with consequences. You pay a price. Peter Obi will pay a price for joining that coalition, and that is losing middle belt votes. So there's this thing I read from the Obedient. The Obedient are trying to convince the middle beltant. Let's look at this. Rotimi Chibike Amechi is very important to any coalition that seeks to unseat Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He is in the counterforce to whatever Wike can conjure up. So Rotimi Amechi in that selection will be used to stand up to Wike. But 2027 is unlike 2023. This time, the coalition will need three things. One, the money bags like the PDAPC. PDAPC, you get the gist. The money bags. One of the reasons why I told you that River states need to fall under the APC is because of money. River State is a money state, one of the backbone of the PDP. If it falls under the APC, of course, Wike seems to control the River State and whatever comes from that place. And the president, they know how they do it. We have Delta State saying their alliance is for the APC. So Delta State is going to, we have Akwa Ibom, which the governor have already decamped to the APC and warned his commissioners that they must join him. So PDAPC, you understand, money bags, those that can sponsor what they can sponsor. Yes. Now, number two, according to this Obedient, he says ideological wing like the Obedient. You need to have a crowd of people that will do maybe the campaign, left, right, center. You have a lot of people that go on social media, physically can go door to door and do this across the nation. So an ideological wing like the Obedient, a militant wing like the 2015 opposition. He doesn't want to mention the APC. The 2015 opposition was militant. When the ACN and CPC came together, man, they became python, tiger, lion. They became vipers. Their venom were stinging the ruling party. They said a lot of things. So this particular coalition needs money bags, needs an ideological wing, and needs a militant. All these APC that you are seeing today, they were silent during the time of Buhari. So that's their 2015 vigor. They are showing it. So you won't be surprised if the APC defends anything Tinubu does. Nothing Tinubu can do no wrong. And if he does any wrong by mistake, they would not criticize him. That is policy for you in Nigeria. So that kind of militancy, the APC used in unseating President Jonathan, ex-President Jonathan, the coalition needs that militancy because as you see, these APC, so led by Tinubu, these guys are deadly. Nobody's afraid of them. They are afraid. That's why they will be deadly. A weak man is deadly. You see, Hitler and Co. say Hitler is a dictator. He's dreaded. These guys, their fear pass. That's why they can do anything and undo anything to make sure they have their way. So the APC is desperate to continue in power till 2031, especially the APC of the ACN. So they can go to any land and do anything. No, but not that they are too special or anything. They are desperate to hold on to that power because if they lose it, it don't be for them. So the militancy is needed. And when you look at the militancy of the coalition, who do you think has the militancy? Who do you think has the militancy? Who do you think has the money bags? Who do you think has the ideology? Okay, remove. I'm trying to do my calculation, logical. We understand that the killings in Middle Belt, the Fulani have committed atrocities in Nigeria, whereby if you are going to restructure Nigeria, they need to go back to Futajalon. If you are going to restructure Nigeria, they need to personally give them quick notice because of the atrocities they have committed and the ones they are planning and they are committing as we speak. Because it is too much. Look at the killings in Benue. Let's move to the coalition. But before I move to the coalition, look at what the Kaduna governor, former Kaduna governor, El-Rufai, said about the Fulani and the killings. How under his reign, the bandits were killing in southern Kaduna. The development, his policies and whatever structure he was building, most of them was built in northern Kaduna. It shows you that it was an ethnic bigot. Yes, that is why it's being hated. And the Middle Belt will never forget whatever things that El-Rufai has done to their people. They will never forget it. So him being part of that coalition is dangerous. But however, like I said, 3 things: money bags, ideology, and militancy. With this coalition, which of them can bring that militancy to the center? Before I say this, the APC are going to be very happy if the coalition makes mistake. The APC are getting ready for propaganda. They are waiting for the coalition to reconstruct themselves. They will now start their propaganda. But you know, one thing about propaganda is that propaganda has a time span. You can do propaganda from now till next 3 years and it go cast. So however, the propaganda is not needed. But the most important thing is that this coalition, the only people that can give the militancy are the likes of in northern Nigeria, the likes of El-Rufai and co. and Malami. These are the people that can bring the militancy. But to what end? Is it for Nigeria to get better or just to grab power? Because I'm beginning to see all these things like people are not interested in whether Nigerians are living or dying. They are just interested in let Tinubu go. Even Tinubu says supposed to go normally. Because the guy did not come to govern. He has come to bring the template of Lagos to the federal level. See, power intoxicates. Power intoxicates. Don't think old men change. If an old man was greedy when he was young, and he's old, and you see that atom of greediness in him, he can never change. So people that like to grab power, you think they can give good governance? They can give you, how do I call a fake reality. Just give you something to just enjoy for the moment. But the real deal is that they are empowering themselves to be more powerful. And they allocate almost everything to themselves. So Tinubu himself must go, suppose go. But there are conditions. Whatever the coalition is doing, me or personally, I don't know what the obedience are saying or telling the Middle Belt. I understand the part whereby, but you do not compromise your ideology because, well, the politicians know how to work their way out of it. But that coalition needs to present the P2B as the presidential candidate. At the end of the day, Tinubu being president, everybody is still poor. Whether you build Coastal Road or you build the refinery for Dangote, poverty cuts across. Lagos is overburdened because of the calculation, the leadership style of those that have been leading Nigeria. You concentrate a lot of infrastructures in one place. So you expect people to rush to that place. Lagos is becoming jam-packed. Very soon now, almost half of Nigeria will be in Lagos State because of you concentrate in that. So the poverty level will still be like that. My brother, forget. Should be 8 years. 8 years now. The legacy Buhari started, Tinubu doing own. If Fulani will come, they will be rotating it 8 years. Until they will find a perfect alignment against themselves. Some people are expecting the East, the South-Southeast, the Igbos, to align with Northern Nigeria. Hey, forget. You understand what is going on. It's about power, it's not about the people. So this coalition, I'm even looking, sometimes I ask myself, these people come together, do they really want to make Nigeria better? I've seen faces in APC before joining coalition. Wanting to use the obedient movement maybe as a stepping stone to grabbing power. The same people that betrayed the Jonathan, now them come they gather now. They run their mouth, maybe because they don't see position or whatever, they lost. Politicians nowadays, they cannot. You created a faulty system, a bad system, and that bad system now it has affected you, and you are crying wolf. The only thing you can do is to expose and also correct the system. Like I said, whatever coalition that is coming, if you don't deal with INEC, they are the major problem. You see election. election, no matter how you are winning, let the INEC commissioner now say so person win the election. They go swear in that person. Shebi there is a commander in chief, Abi. He go use the commander status, use and protect himself, and make sure that you know disrupt his swearing in. He can roll out all Nigerian army on the Nigerian people so that he can grab that power the second time. INEC is the problem. If INEC would announce that this so person is the winner, they will tell you go to court. I tell you, they will tell you go to court. That is Nigeria for you. So if they don't fix the systems, if they don't run all those things, so this obedience is saying the coalition is going to be a mixed wine, perhaps sour, but wine nonetheless. In Nigeria, you learn quickly, you adapt, no one will advise you. You have to figure it out on your own. You quickly realize there are certain things you can't change. Nigeria leaves you with 3 choices: evolve, adapt, or quit. You choose one. Evolve, that is the ideology now. Evolve, adapt, or quit. I know you are surprised to hear this coming from me, but why not? I'm just being realistic. Ahmed Tinubu has corrupted everywhere and everything. He won't play fair. He wants to win by any means, every means possible, necessary. So he will have to be overwhelmed, perhaps bombarded from every direction. Because Bola Tinubu is not Jonathan. He's not relenting. He too is strategizing. There are rules of power, and only the desperate knows how to wield it. Like I said, the APC is desperate to continue the second term. This APC of the ACN, because the CPC of the ACN, it seems they are in the coalition. So the APC of the ACN, they can throw money left, right, center. They can do the undoable to make sure that they clinch to that power. That one, and I told you, forget about good governance 2026. Even from this June, forget about good governance. Nobody is going to be interested. That coastal road when they do, oh, okay, let's go. So only the desperate knows how to wield it. 21.5 billion that will be borrowed is going to be part of his war chest. 21.5, you know what is $21.5 billion? The coastal road no reach that amount. So this obedience is saying that 21.5 billion naira they want to borrow, $billion, sorry, I say naira, $1 billion is going to be part of his war chest. According to this obedience, he bought INEC at the judiciary, but this time he will buy everything, including the gateman at the gates. There's nothing stopping him now. Knowing all of this and being the pacifist and the moralist that I am, I honestly don't want Peter Obi to contest this time. But if he must, then he will have to enter into alliance and those he once preached against. Nigeria is not a moral place. You guys have no moral code in Nigeria. Like I said, this system is not designed to bring anything moral. So if you are a Christian and you are praying, this system will disappoint you. Shebi will have, go to Ibadan Expressway. We have all the camps, almost all the camps. Praying. Nothing to show for the country, in the general as a country. A particular man of God said that whether the IMF like it or not, Naira will rise again. Where is Naira today? Okay, it might take a long time for God to answer the prayer. But who is anticipating at that point in time that Naira should rise? Some people were anticipating. Another person can predict that also. So, of all people, I have come to realize that if Professor Wole Soyinka, who we held in high esteem, can attend the commissioning of a 30-kilometer, which is supposed to be 700-kilometer road, who am I? If Wole Soyinka, who we hold in high esteem, can be able to attend the 30-kilometer road, who are you? What possible difference can I make? Nigeria is not an ideal place, and morals don't win anything. There are no purists in Nigeria, no Puritans. Those sects belong to religious groups. The closest you have is Peter Obi. He has super integrity, almost saintly. Even then, Nigeria is not ready for the type of things he preaches. It is scary, even for some of us. It takes a certain type of man to preach. It gets even worse when you are preaching to the wrong crowd. Nigerians used to be a family. That era is long gone, but we can unite again. Nigerians don't know how to fight collective battles. The last time we were close to family was NSAS. It will be a long time before Nigeria sees any overarching theme like that. These are just my opinion. I'm sure many of you agree. In Nigeria, moralists don't win. Realists do. That is the message the Middle Belt is preaching. Sorry, the obedience is preaching to the Middle Belt. In Nigeria, moralists don't win. So anybody who wins an election, that person is not a moral person. That is what this obedience is saying. But who wins this election? Realists. The reality here is that Nigeria's structure today will never bring you good governance. But those that can be able to snatch, grab, and run away with power are the ones that are going to benefit with their allies, their family members, with their political alliances. These are the people that will benefit. So the obedience is telling the Middle Belt, we have no choice. If you think you want a Peter Obi, the APC have not visited you. Tinubu has not visited you. We are killing you. Tinubu no visit. He's the commander-in-chief. He has failed in the area of security. And there's nothing he's been doing for you. So there's no need for you to vote for a Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But you are fighting a Peter Obi because of an El-Rufai. Sometimes you need to be real with yourself. If you read the 48 laws of power, strategy wins. So the strategy may not favor you. I told some people, you are using emotions to run politics, my brother. Don't get involved in politics if you are running with emotions. You will just give yourself hypertension and just kill yourself to way like that if you are using emotions to run politics. But I'm saying, we want restructuring. That's what I'm saying. We want restructuring. These are the facts. These are the calculations on ground. 2027, vote your conscience. Your conscience is more important to you than anything. Don't be looking at the personal aggrandizement. Vote your conscience. I know the APC is not capable of good governance, but however, vote your conscience. If you want to vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, vote. If you want to vote for Amechi or El-Rufai, vote. Make sure that the consequences of your actions, you will bear it, and those behind you. May God help Nigerians.